Hey Tiger fans, Ben Rosenbaum back here on the lower field complex with our next edition of To the House, and today I am joined by the wide receivers coach for the Tigers, DJ Steward. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys having me. Excited for this,
You ready to take it to the house?
Let's take it to the house. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yep.
So let's start. Your introduction to football, how did you get started either playing football or what was your first introduction to the game?
Always was around it, always had a football in my hand or something like that. So then when I got into coaching, originally got into finance before I got into coaching, worked a couple years at Fidelity Investments. Just sitting behind the desk wasn't for me, wasn't my kind of thing, so just wanted to always have that itch for coaching, thought that was what God was calling me to do. So, my college head coach, Bill Lynch, he gave me an opportunity as a young coach, first chance I got at my alma mater, DePaul University, and from there just been trying to climb the ranks. So,
and when you made that transition from being a player, obviously you had that little career stint in the middle there, but going from player to coach, what was the biggest transition for you? What did you notice, and how did you gain more of an appreciation for the game or for coaching once you made that transition?
I think for me, I always try to put myself in the player's shoes. I think, as you can see, I'm still relatively a little bit young, compared to a lot of other coaches in this profession. So I think that always helps a little bit, my ability to relate to them. But really just everything I've been through in life. I've been through a lot of things in my life. I was raised by a single-parent mom and stuff like that. So I've always been raised to, put yourself in other people's shoes, love everybody no matter what background they come from, everything like that. So when it got to coaching, I love inspiring and motivating young men. That's what, like I said, I feel like God has called me to do. So it was easy, hey, you just throw a football out there now with it, and now we're having fun too on top of that. So the transition wasn't tough at all. I think it's actually tougher, to walk away from football in general than anything, for me personally. So,
Coach, we are halfway to the end zone now. We're going to take a quick pause and ask you some rapid fire questions. Ready?
Perfect. Yep.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dream or favorite vacation spot?
Favorite vacation spot, I would say Stockholm, Sweden.
Any pump-up song or band that you really like to listen to?
Not necessarily a pump-up or band. I love J. Cole. J. Cole is my favorite artist, so I always listen to J. Cole.
Any pregame routine, either as a player or now as a coach?
As a player and coach, always had to listen to music. Always was listening to music in my headphones, really loud on the way to a game, really loud. I'll start off the night before, I'll listen to a little R&B, just kind of calm myself, relax myself. And then on game day, I'm listening to a lot of hip hop, rap, just in the zone, dialed in. You'll see me pretty hyped before games with my players and things like that. So like to have fun, but at the same time, I like to respect other people's pre-game traditions and rituals. So try to contain myself a little bit.
Favorite football player of all time?
Oh, favorite football player of all time. You guys wouldn't know this person's name. His name is Damian Nash. He's from St. Louis, Missouri. That was my favorite player growing up. He wore the number 2. He played, for a few years for the Denver Broncos, and he passed away in his 20s from a heart attack. That was my favorite player of all time growing up.
Favorite football memory, either as a player, a coach, or even as a fan?
Favorite football memory really is probably as a coach. I had some good football memories as a player, but as a coach, honestly speaking, it's anytime my players come into my office and ask me for advice. I think that's exactly why I do coaching. And they text you, a couple years later, hey coach, you had a tremendous impact on me. That to me is the most fulfilling thing and the reason why I do coaching. So those are always my favorite stories and memories.
Favorite food?
Favorite food, pizza and chocolate chip cookies.
Favorite movie or TV show?
Favorite movie, I'm going to have to go, it's a tie between The Dark Knights, all of those, or, Pursuit of Happiness. So those are my top movies.
You kind of answered this one already. If you weren't coaching football, is there another sport you would be coaching, or would you be doing something totally different?
If I wasn't coaching football, if they could pay me to travel the world, I'd be doing that, or ideally probably coaching basketball. I love basketball too. So.
And what's one thing people might not know about you?
Oh, one thing people might not know about me. There's a lot people might not know about me, so that's how I'll answer that question.
Perfect. That's a great answer.
I'm pretty open. I'm an open book, but I'm just always ask whatever you want to ask, and I'll answer it. I don't have any ego or anything like that. I'm willing to answer whatever questions you have. So probably don't know a lot unless you ask me. So.
Perfect. So now you're here at Towson with Coach Shinnick. What's that relationship been like coming onto the staff and working with the staff here?
I think this staff has been phenomenal. A lot of great football minds in one building, but also everybody's in coaching for the right reason. You know, of course we want to win games. That's what we get paid to do. But at the end of the day, we all understand what God has called us to do, and that's to minister to young men and help these young men improve both on and off the field, become better husbands, better fathers, employees, employers. So that's our job, you know, is to help these young men. So working under Coach Shinnick's vision has been the best feeling ever, because in this profession it's really hard to find head coaches with that mindset, and for him to have that mindset just makes your day a whole lot easier, because you believe in what he believes in, and it filters through the program.
And obviously now here's the wide receivers coach. Always a very strong position group historically for the Tigers, go all the way back to guys like Mark Orlando, and then even to more recent years, I have to say his name, he'll get offended if I don't, Shane Leatherberry, great wide receiver here in the last couple of years. What has stood out to you as you've seen this group now in person?
Just their willingness to want to learn and get better. Every single day they come out eager, you know, willing to do the things necessary. Like if I tell them to be somewhere, like I don't ever have to worry about like them not showing up on time or anything like that. You typically see that with wide receiver groups, high egos, you know, really hard to kind of, you know, manage the personalities. Like these guys here are low ego. Like they're not above coaching, and they want to be coached. They want to be helped. And I think they got a lot of talent too, a lot of untapped potential that at the end of the day I always think you got to believe in every single one of your players. I don't care if you're a scholarship guy or a walk-on, you can have an impact on this football team. So that's, you know, been my job, and they've been making this super easy for me, and this adjustment great. So,
Coach, Johnny Unitas, they're off in the distance behind our camera folks, but what's the message for fans when they come out to Johnny Unitas Stadium on Saturdays in the fall? What are they going to see from the Tigers?
I think they're going to see a team that's going to come out there and compete every single day. You know, a team that's going to, you know, do whatever it takes to win. You know, we're going to play our game though. At the end of the day, we're not focused on trying to, you know, beat this specific team or beat that team. If we play our brand of football and do what we're supposed to do, nobody can stop us. And I truly believe that. And just because this is a new staff does not mean this is a rebuild. We're not in rebuild mode whatsoever. I've been a part of rebuilds. This is not a rebuild. We got a really, really good team that I feel like we can go out there and compete right away. But at the end of the day, we're not setting goals for let's win national championships. Let's just win every single day. You know, we call it Arte. We want to seek Arte daily. We want to be excellent every single day, every single thing we do. So we got that mindset. You're going to have a lot of fun coming out to these games, watching us play on Saturdays. That's
great stuff. And Coach, we are here in the end zone. We have taken it to the house. Yep. So any touchdown celebration that you got tucked away?
Let me give it a shot. Let me see. It's been a while since I spun the ball like this. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, there we go right there. All right, throw up my city, St. Louis. That's about all I got. So it's been a while since I celebrated like that. Been a while. So
perfect. Coach, thanks for joining us and taking it to the house with us.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
That's the wide receivers coach, Coach DJ Steward, and fans, keep it right here on TowsonTigers.com for more on your favorite Tiger teams and, of course, the Towson Football Tigers.